first. He's the owner of mercy. He sent his messengers to warn his creatures.
السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله وعلى آله وصحبه ومن والاه ومن اتبع هداه إلى يوم الدين. أما بعد. My dear brothers and sisters, today is Kitab al-Tawheed, chapter number 17. The intercession, the shafa'ah, the shafa'ah. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, قل لله الشفاعة جميعا. Say, to Allah belongs all intercession. This is Surah 39, Ayah 44. So all the intercession, the shafa'ah, is Allah's. But on that day of Yawm al-Qiyamah, there will be many intercessors. There will be many intercessors. There will be many intercessors on that day. The prophets, they intercede. But after, Allah grants them permission. The prophets, the messengers, the martyrs, shuhada. You know, the shaheed will intercede for 70 of his family. They are in Jahannam, and he will bring them to the Jannah. Allahu Akbar. Shaheed, Allah gives him, go. This is a gift for you. 70 of your family in hellfire, bring them out. This will be given to the shaheed. Also, children who died before reaching the age of puberty. Small children who die, they are in the Jannah. And they intercede for their parents. They are in the Jannah. The Malaika will tell them, go inside. They say, no, we will remain at the gate. Go and bring my father and mother from hellfire. Go. This is the child is saying, I will not go inside until you bring my mom and dad. And Allah will tell the Malaika, go, bring their fathers, their parents. So when you lose a child, alhamdulillah, he's there waiting. He's there waiting for you. See the wisdom? Imagine if someone tells you, we'll take your child now, and there on the day of resurrection, he will take you from the hellfire. What you will say? Take him. But unfortunately, many Muslims today, if he loses a child, why? What did he do? You don't know what you did? Allah is testing you. Who gave you the child? Allah. So he's taking the child. That's why we say, Inna lillahi wa inna ilayhi raji'un. We are Allah's. And to him we go. That's simple. The Sulaym, radiallahu anha, Sulaym, her son was sick. And he went to the salah. Abu Talha went to the masjid, and the son died. She covered the child. She covered the child. And her husband came back. She didn't tell him that the child died. She gave him his dinner. He had his dinner. And after he had his dinner, she beautified herself and adorned herself, and he slept with her. After he had his dinner and fulfilled his biological needs, he told him, oh, Abu Talha, what do you think if our neighbors lent us a utensil, container, pot, plate, and now they want to take their utensil? What should we say to them? He said, of course, we give them their utensils. He said, the one who gave us the son took it. See the iman? The one who gave us the child took the child. He said, Inna lillahi wa inna ilayhi raji'un. Why didn't you tell me? You waited till I ate and slept with you? She kept quiet. In the morning, he told the Prophet ﷺ about that. The Prophet ﷺ said, did you sleep with each other? He said, yes. The Prophet ﷺ prayed for them. And Allah blessed them a child. She conceived from that very night. Allah took one child and gave them another. And gave them another. So the children who die before reaching the age of puberty, they intercede in the Jannah. Are you following? They are shufa'a, and they are called afrat. They are called what? Afrat. Afrat means that they are ahead of you, waiting for you. They are ahead of you, waiting for you. Also, the ulama, the pious people, the righteous people, they also intercede. So there are many shafa'as on the day of resurrection. But all after getting the permission from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Also Allah said, مَنْ ذَا الَّذِي يَشْفَعُ عِنْدَهُ إِلَّا بِإِذْنِهِ. Who's he that can intercede with him except with his permission? With his permission. This is Surah Al-Baqarah, Surah number 2, ayah 255. He said, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, وَكَمْ مِّن مَلَكٍ فِي السَّمَاوَاتِ لَا تُغْنِ شَفَاعَتُهُمْ شَيْئًا إِلَّا مِن بَعْدِ أَن يَأْذَنَ اللَّهُ لِمَن يَشَاءُ وَيَرْضَى. And there are many angels in the heavens whose intercession will avail nothing except after Allah has given leave for whom He wills and pleases. Surah 53, ayah 26. So here Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying there are many malaika in the heavens. They cannot intercede before Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala granting them the permission. Also Allah said, so on that day no one will intercede except after getting the permission. And also there is another condition, that Allah is pleased with the one for whom you want to intercede. If you want to intercede for the kafir, Allah will not accept it. Because the shafa'ah is only for the mu'mineen. Okay? There's no shafa'ah for the kafirin. No intercession for the disbelievers. The disbelievers, they remain in the hellfire forever. Ibrahim alayhi salam, he will meet his father on the day of resurrection, Yawm al-Qiyamah. And the father of Ibrahim will have his looks horrible, sad. His face, you can see the misery on his face. So Ibrahim will cry to Allah, "Oh Allah, you promised me not to disgrace me on the day you resurrect them. And what a disgrace worse than the disgrace I can see. The disgrace I can see my father." So Ibrahim alayhi salam wanted to intercede for his father. For his father Azar. His name is Azar. So Allah will tell Ibrahim, "Ya Ibrahim, you cannot intercede for your father." This is the authentic hadith. You cannot intercede for your father because no intercession for the disbelievers. Now, Ibrahim is standing in front of his father. But Allah will say to Ibrahim, "Look at your feet." And what will happen? Allah will transform Azar into male hyena. Into male hyena. So Azar will be transformed into an animal. And this male hyena will be taken and thrown into the hellfire. So the father of Ibrahim alayhi salam will be punished in the hellfire in the form of the male hyena. In the form or the shape of a male hyena. So no intercession for the kuffar. No intercession for the disbelievers. Because Allah will not allow anyone to intercede for the disbelievers. So the intercession is only for the Muslims, the believers, those who had sins. They committed sins and they went to hell, so the prophets and messengers, they intercede for them. Is this clear? Also Allah said, قُلِ ادْعُوا الَّذِينَ زَعَمْتُم مِّن دُونِ اللَّهِ لَا يَمْلِكُونَ مِثْقَالَ ذَرَّةٍ في السماوات ولا في الأرض وما لهم فيهما من شرك وما له منهم من ظهير ولا تنفع الشفاعة عنده إلا لمن أذن له. Say, call upon those whom you assert to be associate gods besides Allah. They possess not even the weight of an ant, a small ant, either in the heavens or on the earth. Nor have they any share in either, nor there is for him any supporter from among them. Intercession with him profits not except for him whom he permits. This is Surah 34, verse 22 to 23. My dear brothers and sisters and dear viewers, stay tuned. We'll be back, inshallah, after the break.
Keep them his messengers. Keep them his messengers.
Welcome back, my dear brothers and sisters and dear viewers. We were discussing before the break Kitab al-Tawheed, chapter number 17. Now, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying, قُلُ ادْعُوا الَّذِينَ زَعَمْتُمْ. Call those whom you claim that they are partners with Allah. لا يملكون مثقال ذرة. So first of all, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying, those whom you call upon, they don't own anything. Even if it is equivalent, something equivalent to the weight of the dharra. The dharra means the small ant. The small ant. So they don't own anything in the kingdom of Allah, in the heavens and the earth. Are you following? So they don't own anything. وَمَا لَهُمْ فِيهِمَا مِنْ شِرْكٍ. So they don't have independent ownership, or they are partners, so they have something sharing with Allah. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said also, وَمَا لَهُمْ فِيهِمَا مِنْ شِرْكٍ. They are not partners with Allah, that they share any of His kingdom. وَمَا لَهُ مِنْهُمْ مِنْ ظَهِيرٍ. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala does not take from among them any supporter. So they are neither have an independent ownership in this kingdom, or partial ownership, any part, or that they are supporters for Allah. What remained? So why do you call them? Do you call them because you think they own anything? Allah said they don't own anything. Or do you think that they share? Allah said they don't share anything with Allah. Or do you think that Allah is in need of them? Allah said He's not in need of them. So why do you call them? What remains? Do you call them because you think they will intercede for you? Allah said, وَلَا تَنْفَعُ الشَّفَاعَةُ وَلَا تَنْفَعُ الشَّفَاعَةُ عِنْدَهُ إِلَّا لِمَنْ أَذِنَ لَهُ. Intercession with Him profits not except for him whom He permits. Even that argument is refuted. Allah is saying, Allah will not allow, accept the intercession of anyone unless He is pleased with that one. Are you following? So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He wants us to ask Him only to grant the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam the shafa'ah, and ask Allah to make the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam intercede for us on the day of resurrection. And that's why after the adhan, what do we say? Allahumma rabb hadhihi ad-da'wati tamma wa salatu al-qa'ima ati Muhammad al-wasila wal-fadila wa ba'athu Allah al-maqam al-mahmud. So that's the day when the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam will intercede for us. So no one, my dear brothers and sisters, can intercede on the day of resurrection without, first of all, Allah grants the permission. Number two, that Allah is pleased with the one for whom the shafa'ah or the intercession is sought. Are you following? In the authentic hadith in Bukhari, the Prophet ﷺ said that he will come and prostrate to his Rabb, to his Lord, and praise Allah, him. And he will not begin with the intercession at first. The Prophet ﷺ will not begin. It will be said afterwards, raise your head, speak, and it will be heard. Ask, and you will be given. Intercede, and intercession will be granted. So this is in Bukhari. And this is a long hadith of Shafa'ah, where the people, they go to Adam, to Musa. So everyone will say, no, 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 I did this, I did that. Go to so-and-so, go to so-and-so, until they reach the Prophet ﷺ. Now, the people are waiting. They just want the hisab to start, the reckoning to start, because the sun is above their heads, and there is no shade, and people are sweating. There is no shade. The only shade on that day, either you will be in the shade of the mighty throne, may Allah make us among them, the shade of the mighty throne, or the shade of your sadaqah. If you are giving sadaqah here, that day you will have shade. The more sadaqah you give, more shade. Some people will be sweating, and guess what? People are standing next to each other, but everyone will be in the pool of his own sweat. Normally, any fluid, how does it flow? Vertically or horizontally? But on that day, it will go up. You are sweating, your sweat is around you only. So some people's sweat will reach their knees, their ankles, their waist. Some, they will be drowning in their own sweat. So that's why the people that are crying, we wanted to finish, either to hellfire or Jannah. See, you can see the situation. May Allah make it easy for us. Ameen. So there are some people who will be never sweat. They will never sweat because they are in the shade of the mighty throne of Allah. May Allah grant us shade in His mighty throne. Ameen. So that day, that's why the people, they come to Adam, they come to this, until they reach the Prophet ﷺ. So here the Prophet ﷺ, he said, he will come and prostrate. The first thing the Prophet ﷺ will do, that he will make sujood and prostrate before Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And he will remain in that position for a long time. And he will be praising Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And then Allah will tell, okay, raise your head now. And intercede, and intercession will be granted. We will accept your shafa'ah. And the Prophet ﷺ will start interceding, and then the others, they follow him. Is this clear? There's another hadith, which is also in Bukhari, chapter of ilm, the knowledge. This hadith, the previous one in the book of Anbiya, the prophets. Abu Hurairah asked the Prophet ﷺ, من أسعد الناس بشفاعتك يا رسول الله؟ قال من قال لا إله إلا الله خالصا من قلبه. Who will be the happiest of people with your intercession? He ﷺ said, whoever said La ilaha illallah sincerely with pure intention from his heart. So, if you want to get the shafa'ah, what should you do? Say La ilaha illallah, but sincerely from your heart. In other words, actualize Tawheed in your life. Bring the Tawheed in your life. Worship Allah. Because what is the meaning of La ilaha illallah now? What is the meaning of La ilaha illallah? No God but God. There is no true deity or God deserves to be worshipped but Allah. That's the meaning of La ilaha illallah. There is no deity deserves to be worshipped but the true God that deserves the ibadah is Allah. That's the meaning of it. Not that there is no God but God. That's incorrect. because there are many gods there, people worshipping. But the true God that should be worshipped is Allah only. And that's why the kalima, negation and affirmation. First of all, you say La ilaha, you negate. And that means you disbelieve in all these false gods, small g, false deities. And then you believe in Allah. First of all, you empty the heart and you fill it only with the belief in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So if you say the kalima, so La ilaha illallah is not lip service. So here the Prophet ﷺ, when he was asked by Abu Hurairah, Man as'adun nasi bi shafa'atika, who's the luckiest one to get your shafa'ah? He said, whoever says La ilaha illallah purely from his heart, seeking by that Allah's pleasure. So if you fulfill the conditions of the kalima and you say it from your heart, then you will get the shafa'ah. And the Prophet ﷺ will intercede for you. The Prophet ﷺ will intercede only for those who die upon the Tawheed. Those who die upon shirk, Prophet ﷺ will not intercede for them. May Allah make us die upon the Tawheed. And may Allah make the last word comes from our mouths before we breathe our last, La ilaha illallah, Muhammad Rasulullah. Ameen. My dear brothers and sisters, this is the end of chapter number 17 about the shafa'ah, intercession. My dear brothers and sisters, and dear viewers, we have completed chapter number 17 of Kitab al-Tawheed, and we will be starting, inshallah, chapter number 18 of Kitab al-Tawheed. Looking forward to seeing you again. Until we meet again, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.